In the history of basketball, there are names that ignite instant excitement. Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, LeBron James. But then there are names that command a quiet reverence. Names that don't need noise to establish legacy. Names like Hakeem Olajuwon, whose greatness was sculpted through grace, humility, and an almost sacred devotion to the craft. His journey from Lagos, Nigeria to NBA immortality is not just inspiring, it's a masterclass in how substance, character, and consistency create a legacy that outlives the cheers. Born on January 21, 1963, in Nigeria, Hakeem Olajuwon didn't grow up with basketball in his hands. In fact, soccer and handball were his first loves, sports that sharpened his footwork, balance, and coordination long before he ever stepped on a basketball court. He only began playing basketball at 15, but it didn't take long for his rare gifts to surface. When scouts from the University of Houston discovered him, it marked the beginning of a journey that would forever redefine what it meant to be a big man in basketball. At the University of Houston, Hakeem became the heart of the high-flying Phi Slama Jama squads of the early 1980s. Teaming up with Clyde Drexler, he led the Cougars to 3 Final Four appearances, showcasing his uncanny timing, coordination, and agility for a man of his size. Though a national title eluded him, it was clear that the NBA had never seen a center like him before. Nimble, fluid, graceful, and quietly dominant. The 1984 NBA draft is still considered one of the greatest ever. With future Hall of Famers like Michael Jordan, Charles Barkley, and John Stockton available, the Houston Rockets selected Olajuwon as the #1 overall pick. It was a bold move, but one that would transform the franchise. From the moment he stepped on an NBA court, Hakeem displayed a command of the paint that was unlike anything fans had seen. His ability to blend finesse and force became his signature. Defensively, Olajuwon was a menace, blocking shots not just with power, but with precision. He remains the NBA's all-time leader in blocked shots, a record that speaks not only to his athleticism but to his understanding of timing, space, and anticipation. He didn't just block shots, he redirected momentum. He turned defense into offense and made rim protection an art form. On offense, Hakeem's masterpiece was the Dream Shake, a dazzling series of pivots, fakes, and spins that routinely left defenders disoriented and embarrassed. He could fake baseline, spin back middle, pump fake again, and rise for a soft turnaround. No one, not even the league's best defenders, could reliably stop him. And he didn't rely on brute strength, he relied on craft. Footwork honed from his early soccer days turned into a ballet of destruction for opposing defenses. Despite his dominance, championships didn't come easy. Throughout the late 80s and early 90s, Hakeem consistently put up MVP-level numbers, but team success remained elusive. Many players would have grown frustrated. But Hakeem's greatness was rooted in patience. He waited. He worked. And when his moment came, he didn't just rise. He soared. In the 1993-94 season, with Michael Jordan temporarily retired, Olajuwon saw the opening and seized it. Leading the Houston Rockets to their first NBA title, he dominated the postseason and earned Finals MVP honors, defeating Patrick Ewing's Knicks in a grueling 7-game series. But he didn't stop there. The very next season, he led the Rockets back to the finals, this time sweeping Shaquille O'Neal's Magic in 4 games. Back-to-back titles. Back-to-back finals MVPs. No question marks left. The way Olajuwon dismantled his competition during those championship runs is legendary. He outdueled Ewing, outplayed David Robinson, and outclassed Shaq. These weren't just good centers, they were future Hall of Famers. But Hakeem was in a league of his own. His ability to rise under pressure, lead with humility, and dominate with intelligence turned him from star to icon. But Hakeem Olajuwon wasn't just a basketball player, he was a symbol. As the first African-born NBA superstar, he carried not just the hopes of Houston, but the pride of a continent. He paved the way for players like Dikembe Mutombo, Serge Ibaka, Joel Embiid, and countless others. For young African athletes, he became proof that borders don't limit brilliance. That greatness can grow from anywhere. His impact off the court was just as powerful. A devout Muslim, Olajuwon often fasted during Ramadan, even during playoff games. He brought discipline, humility, and faith into every aspect of his life. He didn't seek endorsement deals. He didn't chase the spotlight. His legacy was built quietly, brick by brick, through integrity and effort. While others shouted, Hakeem moved in silence, and let his results do the talking. When he retired in 2002, Olajuwon's numbers were staggering. Over 26,000 points, 13,000 rebounds, 3,000 blocks, and 2 championships. He was a 12-time All-Star, 2-time Defensive Player of the Year, MVP, and a member of the NBA's 50th and 75th anniversary teams. In 2008, he was inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame, solidifying his place among the immortals. But retirement didn't mean disappearance. Hakeem became a mentor to modern greats, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Dwight Howard, all of whom sought him out to learn the art of footwork and post-play. Even in a new era of basketball where the big man often stretches to the three-point line, Olajuwon's fundamentals remain relevant. His lessons in balance, spacing, and positioning are timeless. What also endures is his legacy as one of the greatest two-way players the game has ever seen. While many excelled at either offense or defense, Olajuwon mastered both. He could lock down the rim on one end and deliver a 35-point, 15-rebound masterpiece on the other. His basketball IQ was elite, his motor relentless, and his footwork a thing of beauty. In today's positionless game, it's often easy to forget the sheer elegance of a true center. But Hakeem never let us forget what dominance looked like from the post. He also remains a giant in the hearts of Houston fans. His loyalty to the Rockets franchise was unwavering. Through thick and thin, he remained the face of the team, carrying them through decades of highs and lows. His number 34 jersey is more than a retired number. It's a reminder of what grace, perseverance, and skill can accomplish when anchored in purpose. Beyond the game, Olajuwon has invested in real estate, community development, and faith-based initiatives. He continues to inspire a generation of athletes, not just with his highlight reels, but with his example. He showed that you don't have to be loud to lead. You don't have to be flashy to be respected. You don't need to seek attention to be unforgettable. In today's sports world, where hype often overshadows history, Hakeem's story reminds us what greatness truly looks like. It's not built overnight. It's not given. It's earned, in silence, through sweat, with spirit. And if you're watching today's game and see a young center pull off a pivot into a fadeaway jumper, or a block timed so perfectly it looks choreographed, know this, you're seeing echoes of Olajuwon. The dream lives on. If you've ever watched a center dance through the post like a guard, if you've seen defense become poetry and offense become art, then you've seen Hakeem Olajuwon. Like this tribute if you remember the beauty behind the dream shake. Share it with someone who believes in greatness earned through mastery, not just moments. And subscribe to Star Hub, where legends live, legacies grow, and the stories behind the greatness never stop. Until next time.